So when we set out to create Rebingy, it started with me having an idea. I knew the power of being able to articulate the relationship of the different statuses of a market, active, pending, sold, and how that played into value. What I wanted to do is encapsulate it all in a manner that was, again, digestible, but also interactive. So much of what we do as agents, as brokers, in the engagement with our clients, ideally is to collaborate with them. You want X for your property. I don't know if that's realistic, and here's why. But we haven't had an interactive here's why. We've had static data that we walk into the room with all of our comps on printed pieces of paper, which gives us zero flexibility to adapt, to pivot, to engage, and ultimately collaborate with our client. So these are all my ideas. This is what I wanted. I didn't know how to do that. I'm not a coder. I'm not any of those things. So by chance happenstance and through the course of my career, and I'd written a book on negotiation and how to create greater success in one's life. And through a podcast, I was introduced to a gentleman by the name of Andy Mullins. And Andy Mullins was newly retired. And he goes, that's an interesting idea. I may know some people that could help. Well, the first person that he brings in is his old right arm, a guy named Dan Catay. And Dan is a project organization savant. This guy can grab 100 different balloon strings and put them all together into a bow beautifully. I was introduced to Paul Klein. Paul Klein with over 25 patents on his own, a coding design genius. And so I looked at this table, around this table of these guys who all brought their genius and expertise to this equation. And I thought to myself, this may actually work. We may actually be able to put these pieces together, take this vision that I had, and execute a strategy that suddenly became, well, over the course of many years and a lot of effort, the product that we now have called Rebingy. And so when I use Rebingy and I do it on a daily basis, there's a part of me that smiles inside, knowing not only all the work that went into it, but also the heart, the caring, and soul of each of these individuals and everybody else that has touched the Rebingy process and path towards where we are today. And that inspires me. That's what keeps me going in this. And my hope is that when you use Rebingy, whether you think about it consciously or not, you know that there are giants that stand behind this product that helped create it.